Yeah, hi, my name is Fred. I'm 89 years old. I'll be 90 in about 2 months. And with regards to my physical condition, it's kind of weak right now. Difficulty getting out of chairs, moving around. Everything seems to be in slow motion. Even my speech pattern, as you can see right now. And I heard about this new treatment of EmSculpt from my doctor, Dr. Alonso. Part of my reason for being here is to try EmSculpt because this will be the first time I've tried it, because I've tried other various things, exercises, walking, things of that nature, diet, and it seems to be not doing much of anything at all, just keeping me fairly healthy. But EmSculpt seems to be the process that I want to try to see if it's going to make a difference in my life.
Excited that you can join us today. I'm Dr. David Alonso here at Amour Medical Aesthetics, and really happy to have our patient here as he's going to have his 90th birthday here in a couple of months. He's suffering from some things that many of us do, getting a little bit weaker. The muscles are atrophying a little bit, getting slower through the years. That leads to some real-world challenges, such as getting up from a chair, getting in and out of bed, getting in and out of a car, and I know we can improve that. So we're going to do a series of treatments with our functional treatments to help strengthen his legs, strengthen the core muscles, and then we'll see that impact in his ability to function day to day. So can you tell us, how is the weakness affecting you each day? What things do you find it harder to do?
Everything that you mentioned before is totally accurate in the sense that just getting out of bed is hard, getting out of a chair is especially hard, just walking is difficult. Normal things like preparing dinner for yourself, picking up a frying pan, just scrambling eggs, things of that nature, which it requires muscular motion coordination, is very difficult. It tends to make me not want to do these things, to depend on other people. So I'd rather not depend on other people to do these things.
Absolutely. So getting independence back, or maintaining independence,
totally,
is something that is important to you and important to a lot of people. So I look forward to getting him started on our series of treatment. This is going to go over the course of several weeks and maybe even into about 2 months, and we'll be reassessing along the way, measuring muscle mass, measuring strength. Now I'd like to take a moment and just watch as you get up out of a chair to see how you do that.
Okay, I have to lean forward quite a bit. This chair is easy because it's got arms on it. If I had chairs with no arms, it'd be very hard. I throw my weight forward, I stagger a little bit, and that's it.
Excellent. So in 2 months, we'll measure that again and see how you can do.
That should be very interesting, because right now I have to sit back down because just standing and walking is difficult.
All right, well, let's get started with the treatments.
Great, thank you.
I'm happy to be back here today. Here we are about 4 to 5 weeks after our first video when we sat down with our patient who's going to be having a 90th birthday this next month and had been struggling with just feeling weaker and losing some ability to get up from a chair and just function daily. Has completed a series of 4 weeks of our EmSculpt treatments focusing on strengthening and functional wellness. And we're already starting to see some improvements, even though we're only about 3 days after his final treatment. And we keep in mind that it may take even another month to appreciate even the full benefits, but we're going to take a moment and sit down and kind of explore some of the changes that have already happened. So one thing I'd like to ask is, what other exercises have you done in addition to what we're doing here for you?
Basically, I have done no exercise at all because I just become very sedentary. I go home after the treatment here, sit down and watch TV, watch the news, and so on and so forth, because my level of age right now, that's all I'm interested in. So any improvements that occurred has been due mainly to these programs that you have here. And I'm glad to say that I noticed for myself, not just my imagination, that there actually has been a significant improvement. I wish it would work for my speech as well. Unfortunately, it's not.
I know one of the challenges we have often is that as people age, they become more sedentary, and we want to fight against that to help people just be able to get up out of a chair, safely get in and out of the restroom, and function preparing meals and day-to-day lives. So we'll go through, and in a minute you'll see some motions, getting up from a chair, moving around. We've noticed, our staff has noticed in the office, when he comes in for his treatments, easier time getting onto the exam table, quicker getting up from a chair, and just generally being able to walk a little bit faster and being more stable. Some of the real-world improvements that have been demonstrated. Well, I'd like to just see you go ahead and get up out of the chair. We'll have you get up and then sit back down.
I'll try several times. This is it, basically standing up, sitting down, getting up again. And again, this is something that was really hard to do before. So I say it's not my imagination or a placebo effect. It's really working. I'm just so thankful for this.
That really is an outstanding change right there.
And getting out of a chair is very important. As you're sitting down at a table, you don't want to ask for help or lean on the table. So just being able to stand up like this is really very welcome.
Excellent. Well, here we are again. Exciting to sit down with our patient once again. We're about 8 weeks from the last time we checked in with him. It's a great opportunity now to see what kind of progress he's been able to maintain over these past 8 weeks. Let's take a moment and ask him, how much exercise have you been doing since we last spoke with you?
On my own, probably zero or close to it. I'm just too lazy to get up out of the chair. But the results for me personally have been really great because I watch TV a lot, and the ability to just get out of a chair is, for me, amazing. It's just great.
Significant
I wish I could do
improvement.
more exercises, but I'm just not that well disciplined.
And then I know I had a family member of yours come and say that they hadn't seen you in about a year, and they were very impressed at how much your mobility has improved over that last year. And that's really despite not being one to typically exercise. Now, I want to say I would always encourage people to exercise. This is not an encouragement or endorsement not to exercise, but really to highlight the power of the muscle enhancement, the muscle building and strengthening that we can see with the EmSculpt device. Now, we had the opportunity to sit down here about 8 weeks after he's completed treatment to measure a body composition again and compare that to when he first started. So as a reminder, about March 28th, he started his journey. That is about 13 weeks ago. Completed a series of 4 weeks of treatment, 4 sessions in each of about 6 different areas on the body, and has done really nothing as far as activity or exercise specifically for the past 8 weeks. And yet with that, I can look at his numbers and see that his muscle, whereas he was sitting in the low 90% for his age, he's now closer to 98% for his age. And we've seen his weight come down a couple of pounds, not that he's particularly trying to diet. And that's translated to an improvement in body fat percentage by about 2 whole percentage points, from 35% down to 33%. Pretty significant improvement for really just those 4 sessions of treatment, and that was completing almost 2 months ago. Now we're going to talk about today getting him into a maintenance program. We want to see those improvements be maintained and continued for the foreseeable future. So what that's going to look like is we're going to have him probably once a month come in for a series of treatments, the same 6 areas that we did initially. That way we can build on those benefits and make sure he continues to get stronger over time. But we're definitely happy that we can be part of your journey, and we can really show the power and the success that we can have in helping people get stronger, help you get stronger, help you get be able to live your life in a more effective and better way. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. This has been an amazing process, and I've been so happy to be able to be part of this transformation. You know, in primary care, this is something I see all too often. As we age, our bodies tend to slow down, and our patients like Fred, who, as we've mentioned, turned 90 last month, has been experiencing the natural effects of aging for a number of years. Getting weaker, making it harder to do just the day-to-day activities, such as getting up from a chair, standing at the counter, preparing food, or cleaning up. You've been able to see his journey with us, see him physically get stronger, increase his independence. He's able to be more comfortable at home, more stable on his feet. And that has a significant impact. That's going to impact him for some time to come. And we don't want to stop there. We want to continue his journey with strengthening his muscles, the EmSculpt from BTL. It really does tremendous things. And this is something that's not just going to benefit him, but may also benefit you. It would benefit a lot of my patients. And I just want to spread that word, let people know that this exists. It's so often underutilized for rehabilitation, for getting stronger. So if you have more questions, if you think this might be right for you, give us a call. We're in Chico, California. Phone number is 530-862-6000, or check us out online at amourmedicalaesthetics.com. So we'd love to see you here, and let's get you stronger just like Fred's gotten stronger.